thinking we're too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. Baby, looking at us. Be good.
We've arrived to the much anticipated Yellowstone National Park.
Mostly in Wyoming, the park spreads into parts of Montana and Idaho too. Yellowstone features dramatic canyons, alpine rivers, lush forests, hot springs, and gushing geysers, including its most famous, Old Faithful.
It is also home to hundreds of animal species, including bears, wolves, bison, elk, and antelope. And lucky for us, it took no time at all to spot a grizzly right off the side of the road.
How's things going, Linz?
Not too bad. We've had to relocate my camp kitchen that I usually cook out of the back of the truck with to this little covered area. We've booked into Teo's Inn for the next 5 nights, and that's in West Yellowstone and Montana. So we're just gonna sort of hang here, and we won't have to set up camp, which will give us more time during the day to explore the big park of Yellowstone.
And as you can see, we're getting a pretty good snowstorm here. It's just out of the fall, so kind of grateful we got a roof over our heads and not in the tent tonight.
Flowing waters spill over the colorfully streaked Minerva terraces, resulting in a gentle waterfall appearance. Hot gases are stored underneath the surface. Water seeps down into the ground and meets with these gases. Some of the gases are readily dissolved in the hot water to form an acid solution. This hot and acidic solution dissolves great quantities of limestone as it works up through the rock to the surface. Once exposed to the air, some of the carbon dioxide escapes from the solution. As this happens, limestone no longer remains in solution and it is deposited, resulting in the terraces.
Here we are at what is known as the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Varying from 800 to 1,200 feet in depth and from 1,500 to 4,000 feet in width. Its length is about 24 miles. The upper 2.5 miles is the most colorful section. Hot spring activity has continued through the ages, altering the lava rock to produce lovely colors, which are largely due to varied iron compounds. We're here at Canary Springs in Yellowstone National Park.
to Old Faithful. Today is Monday. I believe it's one of the last weeks that the park is open for regular traffic, and then it turns into their winter season. So it's pretty quiet around here. We met a nice couple out for dinner a couple nights ago, and they had said that there were probably 1,000 people here at any given time. So it was quite crowded. People waiting to see Old Faithful do its thing. But today I would say there's just a handful of people. So we're a bit early. The predicted time for it to go off is at 12:46, I think. So we're just gonna go for a little bit of a walk around, and then we will come back and hopefully see it go off. Due to the geyser's frequent eruptions, Washburn Expedition members named it Old Faithful. The name was a good one. Old Faithful Geyser has erupted more than 1 million times since Yellowstone became one of the world's first national park in 1872. On average, Old Faithful erupts about every 92 minutes and shoots water 135 feet into the air, but has been known to shoot it as high as 190 feet and as low as 100 feet. There are many factors that determine when Old Faithful will erupt next. In order to predict an eruption, observers analyze past information such as intervals between eruptions, length of eruption, and the character of an eruption.
We're here at the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center.
And this is a not-for-profit, I wouldn't call it a zoo, but there are definitely grizzlies and wolves here, so...
They look after injured animals that come in that can't return to the wild.
Yeah, so we decided to come here and check it out. It's right in West Yellowstone where we're staying in town. It's a beautiful sunny day. As you can see, we got some snow on the ground last night, but the wolves and the bears are out in their enclosures, so we're gonna go take a tour. Adele and Jared are in a really cool program called Keepers, and so they have the opportunity to go behind the scenes in the grizzly bear enclosure and put out the food, hide the food for the next couple bears that are going to come out onto the enclosure. So all the bears are safely tucked away in their den, and Adele and Jared are just over there with the keeper, and they're getting ready to put out the food.
This video is produced by myself, Adele, and help from my dad, Shane, and my mom, Lindsay. Hope you continue to watch our adventures.